Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome to our Frequency Soul Collective information session on the incredible SolX AO scanning frequency technology. My name is Beck McQuilty. I know that I haven't met many of you before. I live on the southwest side of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, as you could probably tell by my accent, although it does get mistaken for being English sometimes. I've lived here all of my life, and in this particular home, I'm here with my husband and my beautiful daughter, Addison. She is 10 years of age. A little bit about me is I'm a neurolinguistic kinesiologist, a holistic counselor that specializes in psychic counseling. My absolute passion, though, is building out this incredible collaborative that we call the Frequency Soul Collective with frequency medicine, because we do know that the future of medicine is in frequencies. So I welcome you all here today as we share this information. I was saying to Joe just a minute ago, I'm about to share a story, and he's like, you better hit record, because these stories and these testimonials that we share really are super powerful. And we're going to get into what is it that we have to offer, how do you use it, how much does it cost, and all of the things really soon. But I really want to share a story with you. And my friend Gary, I thought of the story because he's on the call today. And he messaged me one day, and I said, oh, how have you been? And he said, well, last night was just horrendous. He rang 000, our emergency services, at I think like 3 a.m. in the morning, and got taken to the hospital with really severe chest pain. He thought he was honestly having a heart attack, and based on all of his symptoms, I thought he was probably having a heart attack too. He got to the hospital, they did all of the heart tests and said, there is actually nothing wrong with your heart, you are super fine. I think they'd pumped him up on pain meds from memory, and they kind of sent him home with no answers. Well, as pain medication, as we know, starts to wear off and pain starts to creep back in again, and I'm having this conversation with him, he's like, it's actually like I'm in a lot of pain. So I offered to scan Gary and just see what was going on. I firstly wanted to check the heart, because from what he was telling me, I'm like, this sounds really heart related, but let's have a look. And from what I could see on the scans that I ran, which I'm going to show you different scans shortly, it actually wasn't his heart at all. But as I went through, knowing what I was looking for, I found that there was an area in his chest that was definitely not happy, and it was a rib. And I said to him, I don't suppose you've had like a fall or something, or an accident recently? And he said, well, as a matter of fact, I actually did fall last night, but I didn't really hurt myself. And so what I realized was when he fell, he had damaged a rib. And I could show him specifically on the scan exactly pinpointed where he had damaged this rib. And it was exactly where the pain was. And I said, I think what's happened is you've damaged that rib, you've gone to bed, you've woken up in pain, because the chances are you've rolled the wrong way and the ribs probably snapped in the middle of the night. So I sent him off to the doctor. He went and got an x-ray, and sure enough, he rings me a few hours later and said, I've got a broken rib exactly where you told me it was. So having the power of what we have in the palm of our hands, that is as easy to use for a child as it is the elderly, is really giving us our power back to look after our own health and moving forward our wellness. I mean, who wouldn't want to live longer, better? Living longer, no thanks, not if I'm not well, but longer from a longevity perspective, better, stronger, healthier, absolutely. We have the ability to do this in the palm of our hands with this incredible AO Scan software technology. So I am going to introduce you, before I get started and showing you all around the tech, to Joe Casamano. He is a beautiful friend of mine over in the UK. He is just an absolute legend when it comes to everything frequency. He is the owner and creator of the Frequency Lovolution. And Joe, welcome to the call.
Hello. Thank you, Becky, for taking the time to come on here and share this with these beautiful people that's come through. It's so amazing to have you here. I'm so blessed to be able to share this with you. The frequency revolution, the love evolution, this all lines up with like my core missions, what I've come to do here and bring. And when I found this through Ali, when she first approached me, saying, I don't even know where she even appeared from. She just appeared like an angel. But the point is, literally, like as soon as I got onto this, I knew. And I'm just so blessed to be able to share this and to be able to bring this frequency revolution worldwide, you know. And yeah, just amazing. Ladies, welcome. Thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. We love you. It's amazing to have you here. But I'm gonna let Becky go and do her thing now because she's an absolute boss at this. So big love. I love you and well done for showing up. Let's go. Great decision.
Thanks, Joe.
Woo!
Awesome. Joe just has the most phenomenal energy. I just love it when he sends me a message. And if I'm kind of feeling down or something, I'll just message him and be like, hey, Joe, do a rap or something for me, because he is phenomenal when it comes to music. And he absolutely loves everything about the frequency medicine work that we do. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to show you around a little bit about the AO scan. What is it? What it can do, whether it be for yourself, your family, your children, or it could be even potentially be in your business. So being a kinesiologist and a holistic practitioner, it is definitely something that I utilize daily. It really takes the guessing game out of the work that I do, but it also levels up the incredibleness of the work that we are doing as a collaborative as well. So I'm going to share my screen with you just so that you can see, I guess, the very beginning of what we are creating here. So this is the front page, I suppose, the motherboard of the AO scan. So the AO scan technology has been around for a really long time. So funnily enough, people think that frequency stuff is woo-woo. Frequency stuff is science. So it's quantum physics. You know, it's been around for a really long time. Nikola Tesla, Dr. Royal Rife, who created Rife Technologies, Albert Einstein, and the list goes on. And there is a lot of science behind what we do, but we also need to remember that every single thing in our bodies, whether it be physically or emotionally, is energy and frequency. And everything is designed to run at a specific frequency. So whether that be a valve in your heart or a muscle in your leg or an emotion that you are feeling, it is designed to run at a specific frequency or vibrate at a specific frequency. Now, what this technology does, it can actually pick up in your body when it is in range and when it is out of range. So when those frequencies are behaving or not behaving. And if they're not behaving and we can't bring them back into homeostasis, then we need to kind of look a little bit deeper into what could potentially be going on in the body. This is something that I brought into my home almost 3 years ago. And I have so many testimonials now, even just from my own family, let alone as a practitioner. It is honestly mind-blowing. And I truly believe it is exactly what has saved some of my family's life. I honestly say that. So frequency technology medicine has been around for a long time. So in the AO scan, we utilize Rife frequency technology, like I was just talking about, and also to scalar wave technology. Now, scalar waves travel faster than the speed of light. So if you were to ask the question of how could I possibly do this remotely and scan someone remotely, it's very, very simple. Because scalar waves travel so fast that I can literally scan someone from here, my home sitting in Brisbane. I could go and scan Joe over in the UK right now and have it exceptionally accurate because those scalar waves travel that fast. And how I do that is I have Joe's profile in my device with his name, his date of birth, his email address, his height, his weight, his photo, etc. And then I can actually scan him because I've got an object or a subject to scan. I really want to cover off something that's important about data storage, because sometimes people say, well, that's a lot of information that you're capturing there. You've got all of his details, including his voice. You know, is this data safe? Is it going to be sold? Solex, the company, are 100 gazillion steps ahead of all of us. They actually don't store the data just as we see it. They store it as numbers. So even if it was hacked, which is stronger than a banking system, security system, so it will never be hacked, they actually wouldn't even know what to do with the data because it would not make sense to them. So they have thought that far ahead about this technology. It is absolutely phenomenal. So scalar wave technology, Rife frequency technology, all brought down into a handheld. Now, this device originally was a 55,000 US dollar massive device that was sold to practitioners all over the world. Practitioners such as naturopathic doctors and holistic medicine doctors as well, where they would utilize this in their clinics. But to be honest with you, who could really afford a 55,000 US dollar machine? Certainly not a family. You would never, utilize it within the home. It really was only for practitioners. So the owner, the founder of Solex, Lawrence Swenson, when he decided to look into this technology because he had a child that was very sick at the time, he started looking into the technology of frequency medicine and created the AO scan because he thought, well, if all of this information could be brought down into a handheld, then everybody could use it. How powerful would that be? And he started with what we call the inner voice scan. The inner voice scan is where we record our voice for 10 to 15 seconds, and it will pick up the octaves that are missing in your voice that then correlates to what is emotionally going on in the body. It not only tells you what that is, but it then gives you the balancing frequencies embedded into music to balance that out. So could you imagine that you could balance out your emotions every single day before your day even started? Wouldn't that just on its own be an absolute game changer? Wouldn't that be worth it just for that? So that's how he started. And then he just didn't finish there. So then he went, well, I wonder if I could do this section. I wonder if I could do this next part and this next part. And sure enough, here we are years later with this very, very comprehensive scanning system. One thing he says is the price will never go up. The system will never be finished. They will continue to add to the scanner as time goes on because it is just something that they keep creating just such phenomenal things. So I'm really excited for that. And I know that once you see all of this, you will be too. Now, I'll give you a little bit of a disclaimer too, actually. One, we are not here to treat, diagnose, mitigate any form of a disease in the body. This is an educational tool. And secondly, I ask you to have an open mind, but not to be overwhelmed. When I first started utilizing this technology, there wasn't even any real instructions, to be honest. Now you've got a basic university that would take you an hour to 2 hours max that you get free of charge to do all of the training so that you understand it. And honestly, it is one of those things, just learn as you go, because there is a lot to it and you definitely do not have to know everything. Even if you just scanned and optimized your body every single day and never read the reports, you never read into any of it, you just listened to your harmonics and scanned your body, that would be enough because the work is being done. So don't feel like you have to do everything. I'm going to show you, first of all, from an ease perspective, what I do every day, because we have big versions of these scans. We have the inner voice, which is the emotional scan. We have the vitals, which is going to show you all of your food sensitivities, heavy metals, molds, fungus, parasites, viruses, bacteria, you name it, we can see it. We have body systems, and we also have your comprehensive, which is all of your muscular and skeletal side of things. But to wrap that all up into one easy scan that we do every single day, well, I certainly do, they very conveniently called it the easy scan. So I just did mine just before we hopped on the call so that it was super up to date. and I can run through it with you. It took me no more than 2 minutes to run this scan, and here are the results. So what it does is it's going to give me my brand new balancing harmonics to listen to. So these are the frequencies that are embedded into the music. So I can choose the different pieces of music that I like to listen to for me. Just a couple of my favorites. One is Zen meditation. The other is piano bliss. They're just a couple of the ones that I like. I like kind of really chill music because my life does get a little bit crazy sometimes. Then I have the choice to listen to it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or on continuous. So 10 minutes is usually my go-to. If I'm kind of just chilling in bed, I'll just put it on continuous and I will know when that's kind of when I've had enough of that, right? Then it also is going to show me my supportive colors. So this is where the color therapy aspect of the scanner comes in. And you actually can purchase from the company what they call the Lightwave glasses. These are glasses with interchangeable lenses so that you can wear those to support you with the color therapy when you're listening to your tunes. So they're the binaural beats that we do. We do those every single day. I don't know if you know a lot about homeopathy. For me, I love, love, love homeopathy, but I don't know a lot about it. So what I have here is an entire homeopathy profiling that picks up every single homeopathic that my body is needing. So morning and evening, I can scan myself, put a glass of water, imprint the water with the frequencies of the homeopathics, and I will drink that down, and I know that that is super good for me. Do I look into what they are? Not really. I sometimes do, but very rarely, because I just know and trust that the system is just giving me what I need. I too have implemented and put in all of my supplements, as in I have entered them into the scanner. Again, something you just learn how to do over time, because you could take supplements every single day for sure. But does your body need them? You don't really know. So to be able to scan the body and tell. So for me this evening, which I already knew before I even scanned myself, I need magnesium. And I already know that because I've had a little bit of a stressful week. I woke up the other morning even and scanned myself going, I need magnesium. Scanned myself. Sure enough, magnesium comes up. Now what this scan is going to do, this report, is just show me what was out of balance that couldn't be brought into range. So I might want to have a look and focus on that. So it's going to show me my food sensitivities. I just ignore it when it says coffee, just so you know. Just kidding. No, actually, I'm not. I actually do ignore it. It shows me my chakras. So you don't have to know a lot about chakras. You may do, but it's showing me here that most of my chakras were in alignment. My throat chakra was way overactive, which doesn't surprise me. But you can see here, this is the before, which says previous, and this is the after. So which one am I going to focus on this particular scan? Well, right here is the root chakra where it was overactive and it couldn't be brought back into homeostasis today. So I could actually go into a different section of the scanner and actually run that specifically. But I can also go down here and look at what is it within the root chakra that's physically affecting my body. And I have had lower backache. So I went and had that treated today. So it definitely would have stirred up the healing process of my lower back. And that's why the chakra would be out. We also have your meridians. So they were the energetic centers of the body, the chakras. The chakras aren't woo-woo. Chakras are literally the energetic centers of the body, the physical body. And these are the meridians. So the meridians are like the electrical currents of the body. So here, most of mine are pretty good. There is actually nothing within my, I tell a lie, conception vessel, but the rest of them are all perfectly fine. My conception vessel, though, is underactive or sluggish. So I can scroll down here. I can have a look at what that actually means, okay? So we look at here, what's come up for me is the gastrointestinal stuff, inflammation, pancreas, insulin, amino acids. We look at all the entire nutritional analysis. So it'll tell me what my body is lacking or is too much of at the moment. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I need to go out and supplement that. But what it does mean is that I just keep an eye on it. You just watch for the patterns. Glutathione, which is your master antioxidant enzyme, is out at the moment as well. So for me, with glutathione, I would probably supplement a good nanotech turmeric. We have a product called Think, which is a incredible way of creating the product to be bioavailable in the body. So you can see here how in depth we really go. So we could see all toxicities. There's a bit of heavy metals there, which I'm trying to think what that would have been from, but anyhow. And parasites, I had a lot of parasitic activity going on in my gut. And I've only recently been on a parasite cleanse with my entire family. And now there's just a few of them showing, which is amazing. Then we look at the musculoskeletal side of the body, including all of the organs. And so we can see here, this is the image report, but I switch it over to the table report because then it looks just like the other scans. It will show me what is, physically going on in my body as well. If I want to look more into those, I can click out of here. I'm just showing you the super quick version, but I could go into the inner voice in its own report. And if I really wanted to go into depth and detail, I could actually go in and read what is going on within my body. It actually will give you an entire report. It also tells you how to read the scans. But it's interesting just to be able to see what's emotionally going on in the body for you. I could go into the full scans of the vitals, which is here. And I can see all of the food sensitivities. I can see everything that I need to know. I've been scanning people a lot lately, particularly here in Australia where it's winter and lots of people are getting colds and flus. And it's really interesting to be able to scan people and show them. Sorry, I'm scrolling through super fast just to be able to show you what is in and out of range of their body. So let's use as an example the Bornavirus. Over here, when I first scanned my body, it was a 9. So that frequency was holding within my body. Then when I optimize that frequency to work to bring it back into homeostasis, it's brought it back into balance. So what does that mean? If I'm showing Bornavirus, does that mean I had it? The answer is possibly, but most likely not. If things can't be corrected and they are showing over here on this left side in red, then it's something that either your body is carrying the frequency of. It could be someone that you've walked past. Sometimes I see it with people that tuberculosis will show up. Does it mean that they have tuberculosis? No, but it does mean that they're carrying the frequency ancestrally. So you think about that from an ancestral perspective, don't you feel like it's really important to shift that stuff, not only for you, but the generations to come? I think that's really, really powerful. So then I will just quickly show you the comprehensive scan. This is the scan I was telling you about with Gary before. We have hundreds and hundreds of stories like this where we've been able to look at these reports, click on something specific and show someone exactly where in the body that is being affected. So I'm just going to find something. This is the big report. So I'm not going to go through all of this because, to be honest, it's not really essential. But if I was to show you as an example, let's go to my vertebrae. Most of them came back into alignment. So they should be, because I've just been to my incredible osteopath. I've had a massage today. But let's say that I'm just going to go past chromosomes. Oh, there's some stuff going on with my left eye. So if I wanted to look at what that meant and I didn't know what that meant, I can actually specifically see exactly what part of the body that is out of alignment. Isn't that just incredible to be able to see that. Quite some time ago, my daughter fell on the trampoline and she landed, and the pain was referring in her wrist. Before we went to the hospital, I scanned her with this, and what showed for her was actually her elbow. When we got to the hospital, they did the x-ray, they came back to me and they said, it's not broken, it's probably just really badly sprained, but the doctor will see you soon. And I said to them, did you scan her elbow? And they said, well, no, because her pain is in the wrist, but the wrist is definitely not broken. I'll just ask you to mute if you're jumping on, please. Be super grateful for that. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Thank you very much. Sorry about that, everyone. And so anyway, long story short, they went back in, they x-rayed her elbow, and sure enough, it was broken. Can you imagine if I didn't have this tool? I took her to the hospital, they scanned her wrist, they told me it wasn't broken, and the next thing you know, I'm taking my daughter home with no treatment whatsoever with a broken elbow. That would not have ended well for me at all, or for her for that matter. Something else that I want to share with you is about electromagnetic radiation, something that we swim in every single day. Here with the quick scan, something that's super new is that you can actually shield your body every single day against EMFs. Don't you think that that is just super, super powerful? If you couldn't do anything else with this device, but you could protect your body and the body of your family against EMFs, that it would be worth it, I 100% say yes to that. My favorite section of the scanner at the moment is Cepheid. Well, actually, I'm going to say it's my second favorite because I've actually found a new favorite. This is where you have an entire library of frequencies that you can utilize specifically for your body. So you can create a playlist. So this one, for example, I have classed as 2024, the best year yet. And I can actually send these frequencies directly to me. Abundance, wealth, and success, concentration, determination, and finish, confidence, self-esteem, and love, energetic clearing. How many of you, drop in the chat, me, write the word me, if you have come into contact sometimes with an energy of someone that has just not aligned with you and has left you feeling icky. Like that happens all the time, right? And we try not to, attract those people to us, but sometimes you just can't help it. But when you leave them, you can't shake it off. So energetic clearing, that energetic shielding is a really, really good one. Love, forgiveness, and gratitude. Who wouldn't want to bring more of that to their life? Prosperity, complete frequency set. That's my little hack, because complete frequency set means that if you're playing frequency to yourself, but you have a priority for something that you haven't included, complete frequency set will find that frequency and send it to you anyway. Weight control, well, I'm just on a journey, right? Perfect health, relationship enhancement, success, anti-stress support, ultimate emotions, and inner peace. But you can have lists of frequency playlists for absolutely anything and everything, whether it's for specific people, whether it's for specific different things. We do groups where we run frequencies as a collaborative, all sorts of things. You can actually go to homeopathics. Again, I love homeopathy, know nothing about it except that arnica is good for bruising. I can tell you that. That's my entire knowledge. We have, let's use ADD and ADHD as an example. I'm pretty sure that if I went and got a diagnosis, which I'm not about to do, but if I was, I'm pretty sure someone would diagnose me ADHD. But this is all of the frequencies of the homeopathics to assist with ADHD. I can then scan my body in real time, and now it's going to shift them into priority of what frequencies my body needs right now from a homeopathic perspective. So if you love homeopathy, you've ever been to a homeopath, you can imprint these frequencies into sugar pills, water, anything really. You know, you might have your child going to school one day and you want them to focus more. You go in here, you find focus, pop that there, sit their bottle of water, erase any held frequency on that water because we don't want attached frequencies because the chances are goodness knows what they are. Erase that out. And then we are going to imprint the frequency of focus into that bottle of water. So no matter what you're experiencing through a day, this is here to help and support you as a tool for you to be able to utilize. There is a lot more to this. There is detox frequencies, lots and lots of them. So we have detox frequencies for things like chemicals, dental. We have insect detox, heavy metals. We have vaccination detox. We have virus detox. You can see by the enormous list of the frequencies that we have the ability to run or send to somebody, how powerful that is going to be for their body. We also have all of the tuning fork technology in the scanning device now. We have what we call Cepheid dots, which are little foil dots that you can actually place on the body. And if I scan my body again in real time, I'm just like super open with you guys. You're finding out literally everything about me today. Mood does not surprise me at all. I did not sleep well last night. I am exhausted. So I would imprint the frequency of mood into my little dots, and then it shows you. I don't ever use all of the points. I usually only use one or two, and it's never in the middle of my head. But you can use those, and they will actually, the frequency will hold in that for 72 hours, so 3 days. So you may have seen stem cell patches. We have stem cell frequency in here. We can do the same thing with this, that those patches will only hold for 12 hours. These patches are holding for 72 hours. Multicast, well, multicast means that we can actually run multiple frequencies to multiple people at the same time. So before I go to bed every night, I click on my beautiful family, and I've got a couple of my family and friends in here. I click on here. I find out what the underlying emotion is that we then send them the associated flower with. I'll do, that's my daughter. I won't do anyone that I don't have permission for. You can put an affirmation in here as well. And then you have different playlists you can create in here and then run that to spiritual confusion. Interesting. That is super interesting. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day, that one. So yeah, then you can send frequencies to people overnight. You can have sleep playlist. You can have playlists for all sorts of things. So I am going to leave my favorite part, which is the AO Mind Sync. I'm going to invite my friend Ali Robertson, who is in WA in Western Australia. Ali, are you there?
Hello.
Sure hi. Hey, honey, how are you?
Good.
I would love you to tell us a little bit about your experience with the AO scan so far. I know later on you're going to talk about a little bit of the opportunity side of things, but what's your experience so far with the scanner, and tell us a little bit about your story and who you are and what you do.
Yeah, love it. Well, I live in WA. I've got a nursing background. I'm obviously from Scotland. I've been in Australia for the last decade. I've got a background in pathology. And when this fell in my lap nearly 18 months ago, I was absolutely blown away that you could actually send frequencies, healing frequencies to the body. I have been using it for nearly 18 months now, and it's just been life-changing, really. It's been great for my family. I've got so many testimonials I could tell you about things with the kids when they've not been well. But just basically being able to send frequencies and balance out our emotions with frequency music's been amazing. I decided to create a business out of this. And now that's what I'm doing now. I plan to do that full time. I really want to move into this space and become a frequency practitioner, and the Solex have the opportunity to do that. You can literally buy the software and just use it and utilize it, or there's an opportunity where you can actually do an online university provided by the company that teaches you all things frequency medicine, and you actually get a certificate at the end of it to become a frequency practitioner. And yeah, that's my end goal now. I'm loving it. And yeah,
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Ali. That's brilliant. And I'm going to introduce you now to the beautiful Jill. Jill is from Divine Frequency. She has been with Solex for a little while now, playing with the device and doing lots of things. I was going to start talking about Mind Sync, but Jill is the one who actually shared with me the most powerful hack within the scanner. And so I don't think I'm even going to share with you what Mind Sync is. I think I'm actually going to leave that to her, because she said to me, if you go and do this with Mind Sync, and you do this, what I'm suggesting, what I've been doing, it will change your life. Because I know for Jill, you know, she's been utilizing the technology for a while, and then all of a sudden, it almost felt like for me over here in Australia, it's like, where's this girl come from? Like, she's on fire. Like, she is just so passionate. And she's like, she shared her hack with me. And I can tell you, in the last like 7 days since I spoke to her and started implementing this myself, my whole mindset, honestly, has completely shifted. So, you know, Jill is trained in several healing modalities. She's a psychic medium, very similar to myself. And I just know that she has some really incredible expertise to share as well. So, Jill, are you there?
I am, yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Thank you for all coming. I'm blown away by how many of you have had the time to come on. So thank you. Wow, where do I start? I found Solex as you know, we're all looking for that one thing to fix us because we've always got something wrong that's not fixed. And so that's why I did several modalities. And I'd watched Joe, the lovely Joe, Lovolution. I'd watched Joe on, I'd actually seen him throughout the pandemic where he was going live stream and stuff. And so I started to follow him. And then one day out of the blue, he popped up with this frequency stuff. And a couple of years before, Spirit had said to me, you're going to work with this sound healing, but it's not like you'll understand at the moment. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking tuning forks, sound bowls. No. When I saw Joe's thing, I was like, thanks, Joe. That's it. I know that's it. And I just got the tingles, and I was like, he sent me a voice scan, and I was blown away. And I was like, wow, because at this point I was in bed. I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. I couldn't use my hands because I had such severe psoriasis that my skin was falling off my hands and feet in chunks. And now, as you can see today, my hands are perfect. My feet are perfect. I can even have manicures and stuff now, whereas before I couldn't have even dreamed of anyone touching it because it would have just fallen off. So I was in bed for probably nearly 2 years, and I'd just about given up on life. You know, all these healing modalities I tried, they'd done something for a little while, but then I'd oscillated back because obviously the frequency hadn't been corrected. Well, with Solex, the frequency's been corrected. So I am living testament that I've got my life back thanks to Solex. So that was that. And then when I started playing around with it, I discovered all these different things that I could do with all the different bits. But when Mind Sync came on, I was like, and then I was like, actually, let me play around with this a little bit, because a lot of my friends are belief coders and they code in a lot of affirmations. So I thought, let me play around with this a little bit, see what they could do with this. Well, when I played around with it, and then I discovered that you could hack it a little bit by using one of them to play it a little bit longer, and you could use your own affirmations. Or I came up with this prayer that I'd found in a book from a wonderful man. And I was reading the prayer and I was feeling the feelings of this prayer in my body, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then Spirit said to me, imagine if you mind sync that well, that was it. I was onto it then. I was trying it, and it works on so many different levels, and so many people have tried it and they've all had some shifts. Not always, because if we don't do a consultation, we don't always get to that rotating bit, you know, the oscillating bit. But if we do a consultation and they haven't just given me their emotions, but it does work also with the emotions of the vitals, the inner voice. So you look at the emotions and you can add those in and use it like that as well. So this technology has changed my life. I didn't want to be here anymore, and now I love life to the full, and I upgrade my frequency every single day. And my voice has changed from my first scan to now. My voice is very different, and I noticed that and thought, that's amazing. So the emotions that it's clearing are actually clearing from my vocal cords as well. So I love it, and I'm a lifelong Solex lady now, I'm telling you.
Oh, I love that. It brings tears to my eyes, because that is exactly why we do what we do. And the reason that we actually share it is because many times people just can see that there's something missing. Like in 2021, when we had just come out of the pandemic, the vibration was, like super low on the planet, particularly here in Australia, and I'm sure in the UK as well, that I just looked up to the universe and God, and I was like, just bring me something to help people and to give them hope again. And that is when I found the scanner. And for those who are petrified to walk into a doctor's surgery or a hospital, not to say that they don't have their place, I definitely do not mean it like that, but I wanted the ability to take the power of what I had. Thought I had a headache, or like my husband recently just hurt his hand, I can scan that and see exactly what part of his hand is damaged without even having to worry about any of the other, not only the time, but the being in those places and the cost that goes with that. This thing pays for itself a gazillion times over for me. And I love what you talk about with mind sync and the prayer, which is what you shared with me, Jill, from the beautiful book called Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And it's really true. Feelings buried alive really never die. They are sunk down there somewhere. And one day, if you don't deal with that, they manifest into the physical, which is how we get dis-ease in the body. And we've always heard from a personal development perspective, affirmations are really good to say. I am statements is one of the most powerful beginnings of a statement ever. So I can go to MindSync, which is this incredible tool that we have within the scanner. I can create my own, absolutely. Or I could actually look at what I would like to be able to. So it could be for a memory, it could be in the morning, it could be health, it could be whatever it might be, or it could be I have no idea, and I can scan myself in real time and scanning my body to see what my body actually needs. Evening affirmations. There you go. So I can now hit play, and I'll do this just so that you can see, but I can choose music, what music I would like in the background. I'll just get you to mute if you've just come on, please. Thank you so much. Let's say I just, choose whichever one. And again, with the hack that Jill shared with me, we actually use the health affirmations because it goes for longer, and we actually read out this specific prayer. Now, when I talk about a prayer, we are talking about healing everything at a cellular level, from RNA to DNA, going right back through ancestral stuff, anything that has conditioned us to be the way that we are now that doesn't serve us to our highest power, of our highest good. We want to get rid of that stuff, right? And so this prayer actually allows you to do that. It actually even goes back and clears anyone who is involved in anything that may have happened in a negative effect earlier in your life, whether that have been in childhood or you know, even recently. And I listen to this every single day. And I cannot tell you how much in so many different aspects of my life that this has up-leveled me, even in a week. And it's a non-negotiable for me. I listen to it every single day because I know, my body knows, my mind, my spirit knows how powerful this is. I have been on a weight journey for like 7 years. And like a lot of people do, it's like roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster. I lose it, I put it on, I lose it, I put it on, I lose it, so on. Yeah, you get it, right? So since I have been doing this, I have not wavered once. I haven't even considered wavering from my goal. And I have said to myself, I will be my goal weight by the time I go over to the Solex Frequency Conference in Utah in like 7 weeks. I will be my goal weight. And I just know it in all of my knowing. And it's the power of this prayer. So that's really cool. Okay, I'm going to show you real quick.
And one
So
thing
if
I
I
just
hit
quickly add to
record-
that, Becky, yeah,
Oh
is
yeah, go for it,
literally,
honey.
you see the top right, there's that email icon. When you've got
Mhm.
the binaural beats or the easy scan, you can also you can log into that interface and listen and be able to play with them, or you can just get them directly sent to your email. So when you do your mind syncs, every one you do, like you could add the binaural frequencies, add the tone, you know, like Becky's saying, but then you can also send it to yourself, and then because yeah, you can send it to yourself, so you've got it as an email, and you can download it to your phone. And what I've actually done, a little hack I've actually done, is I've set my alarm for every hour of the day, right? You don't have to go as crazy as that, but a big secret is we become what we think about most of the time. So I've set my alarm with the mind syncs. Oh my
That's
days,
cool.
that's it. It's a bit crazy when you're on the underground and that, and it kicks off, and it's like, yo, what's going on? But the point is, like, it's that reminder. But yeah, literally, you can send them, have it on your phone. So anytime, even if you've not got internet access, that's there, that's accessible. And then you're building a playlist and you're speaking your life into existence. Yeah, guys, big love.
And imagine actually the power of then, yes, you have your affirmations recorded, but then you're listening to them back in your own voice. That does something really, really specific from a science perspective to the brain as well. It is super powerful. So if you want to create your own, you can, or you can literally just follow the ones that are here. So for example, my dreams bring me untold happiness. I welcome the gentle night. I am surrounded by love and respect. I am in harmony with my surroundings. My dreams are filled with wonderful dreams, and so on and so on. So you can record that, email it to yourself, listen back to it. The other thing you can do is download an app called Audify, and there's quite a few of them. I use Audify, and I actually send it to Audify because then I can listen to it on repeat over and over and over. So it's super, super amazing. So you can imagine, even just from a personal development perspective, in whatever that looks like for you, it is supporting your personal development and your personal growth. You have the ability to balance your emotions each and every single day. You have the ability to balance everything physically going on in the body as well. It is just really, really powerful. Ali, I'm going to invite you back, babe, just to talk a little bit more about, you know, how to get onto the software. I can talk into that and speak into that a little bit as well, but also to, I mean, this is brand new really this technology has been around for a long time, but the opportunity for it has really only come to light in the past sort of 3-4 years. And it's really just come to Australia recently. We are pre-launch phase to the UK. So Ali, do you want to share a little bit about that?
Hey, yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's been around in Australia for nearly 3 years now, and we're literally just scratching the surface here. you know, and to have this opportunity in the UK is just amazing. We do have distributional rights available in the UK market for this pre-launch. So that's really exciting as well. I think with the software, it's $150 US a month for the subscription. Like Beck said, it's never going to change. But they do keep adding to the software, which is pretty amazing. I think since I've joined, we now have body systems. We have 14 body systems that we can scan now. Plus we got the MindSync just recently. But you can even scan your animals, like your dogs and your cats and stuff like that as well, which we haven't even went into today, which is pretty amazing.
Yes, I forgot about animals, didn't I? I should have actually talked about that because I have many animals. Actually, I probably haven't scanned Minnie for a while. That we can actually, I'm going to scan my dog as I talk to you, and then I can show you her results. But literally from $5 US a day, really, you have the scanning ability, unlimited scanning capabilities, unlimited profiles, and all system updates are included. The free basic training, which only goes for a couple of hours, it's very, very simple, is all included as well. We are at a ground floor level here, and this may not be from a business perspective for you, and that's okay. But if you are looking for another way, if you are looking to help people get out of what it is that they don't want to be doing and to get their health back, this is honestly an incredible opportunity. So you have the option when you come on board. There are bundle packs where you can purchase the Lightwave glasses. We have other, like the Cepheid dots I was telling you about before. We also have, so I've scanned her. Now I'm going to optimize her frequencies. She's around here somewhere. She's my little Moodle. Her name is Minnie. She is the most adorable thing you've ever seen. She's like our Frequency Soul Collective mascot, because usually on any call like this, she'd be sitting on my lap. She's out with Dad tonight, but she is just absolutely beautiful. You know, even quite some time ago, my sister, her cat DeMarcus, who she's just obsessed with, she was taking him to the vet one day, and I said, "What are you taking him to the vet for?" And she said, "Oh, just a checkup." And I'm like, "You don't take the cat to the vet for a checkup. That's going to cost you a fortune, $180. And they didn't even do anything. And I said, "Well, what was his bloods like?" "Oh, they didn't do his blood work." "Well, what's his organs like?" "Well, I don't know. They can't see that. They didn't do any scans." And I said, "So what did they do? Just do his temperature and have a look around?" And she said, "Yeah." So I did a full scan on him, just like I'm doing now on Minnie. And it is a full comprehensive scan where I can see exactly what is going on in her body. I can see her food sensitivities. And it saved her a fortune, absolute fortune, when it came to being able to see even their chakras. I'm surprised her chakras are out. Throat chakra, overactive. She does get a little bit anxious, so that's probably why. Overpowering feelings, yes, because she thinks it's all about her. But you can see how powerful this is to be able to literally be able to scan and optimize not only you, not only your family, but all of your beautiful animals and pets as well. We can do horses. I scanned a beautiful horse the other day where we can actually see even from a musculoskeletal perspective. Sorry, let me go back. We can see from a musculoskeletal perspective exactly what is going on within a horse's body. Have a look at the power of this. How much would it cost you if you have horses? I mean, the price tag's just enormous, let's be honest. I remember doing a session one day with my girlfriend's horse. She is a professional dressage equestrian rider. Her horse is worth an absolute fortune. And I was scanning the horse and seeing and optimizing his frequencies as the acupuncturist was there. And I was walking around the horse going, this is what's out of alignment with him. And she was saying to me as she was going that was exactly the parts that she had picked up, that she was working on, at the same time. So this technology is so phenomenally accurate. It's incredible. We love it. And to be honest with you, we are just creating a really phenomenal collaboration. So I thank you all for being here. If anyone has any questions, please just pop them quickly in the chat. If you are new, and actually one thing here Gary said, which I love, you could become your own hypnotherapist. So if you're trying to change something for the better within your life, what a brilliant opportunity and what a great comment. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes,
Becca.
Joe.
Yes. Also, just check out what Trina's saying there. Yeah, she's got a lovely testimonial, and I think it'd be awesome if we could just go to the website where they'd be able to purchase it, and just walk through like what it should look like. If Jill's referred them, like she'd say that her name Jill, and we can just walk through that process of how simple it is to get signed up and the options. Yeah, so we can does that sound good?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So I love what Trina's written here. I had a consultation with Jill and we did a prayer on not feeling good enough. I listened to it for a few days and boy, my self-confidence just blew up. And I now created a meditation connecting with your angels and putting into practice with my clients. This is something that I wouldn't think I would be good enough to put something out into the public. Thank you, Jill. Oh my gosh. Like it just gives me goosebumps. So super goosebumps.
Amazing.
So good. All right. Let me go back here and share with you guys real quick before we finish today, tonight, this morning, this afternoon. Let's just go to shopsolexstation.com. Now, the person who referred you will have their very own website that they get gifted to them when they come on board. This month, we actually have a free joining fee as well. So you actually would normally pay a $49 US joining fee to come on board to be able to have the distribution rights for the software. But to be honest with you, this month it's actually free. So that's really good. It's a great opportunity and a great option to be able to get started now. You change it into whichever country you're in. And oh, sorry. Yep. And so here we, as a distributor, you are classed as a quantum living advocate, which is really beautiful. There are the bundles here. So you can just get started for the $149. You don't actually have to buy a bundle. Some people really love the supplementation bundles. We haven't gone too much into the supplements today. My favorite bundle is here. It's $450 US. You get the Lightwave glasses. You get the Bluetooth headset. A lot of people really bag Bluetooth, but the truth is we are swimming in EMFs. Bluetooth is not going to make a difference, particularly when we have EMF shields that are going to counteract and have frequencies to counteract those negative frequencies that are actually emitted out to the planet. You also get negative ion patches, so you can imprint those. You can wear them. They look like they're actually just a small silicone patch. I actually put them in my pocket, in my bra, in my shoes, in my handbag, depending on, what I'm doing, where I'm going. I travel a fair bit. So on a plane, I'm always imprinting EMF protection into those and wearing them. So you have your own EMF wearables. The Cephi Dots, which we talked about before, in a 660 band, which is your own wearable infrared device, which gives you the exact same health benefits as sitting in an infrared sauna. You wear that for 20 to 40 minutes a day. There's other options, of course, other aspects of things that you can purchase. You can also get the sugar pillules for the homeopathy, imprinting frequencies and homeopathics, your bush essences, your Australian bark flowers, all of those into there. Lots of different options. But again, we always invite people to really come in where you fit in from a financial perspective. When you look at compensation, I'm just going to go into that real quick. Again, the person who invited, if you want to look at the business aspect of it, can send you the compensation plan. Hey, Scotty. But let me tell you, I have watched this industry for a really long time. I've been involved with different companies over the years. I have never, ever seen a company be so generous. And the reason they are generous is because they have their heart in this, and they are not in this to make money. They are in this to share it with the world and to give the power back to you of taking back control of your own health. And so your upfront commission is 65% and your residual commission is 45%. Now, in my previous company I was with, my residual was between 2 and 9%. And I thought that was a good thing. So imagine how much you can truly create here at Solex if you choose to. So whether you do this as a customer, love the product, use it every day, you are more than welcome in our collaborative. We would love, love, love to have you. If you would love to take the opportunity of the distribution rights and earn some extra income, we can absolutely share this with you as well. So I'm just going to quickly check the chat before we log off because we've been on here for a while. We have a testimony here. I use my prayer every day from Jill. Amazing. And it's taken me to a whole new level of being gently and subtly raising my confidence and energy. I use another one. I use my mind sync affirmations and prayer every day too. It has made a massive difference to my life in many ways, including overcoming my fear of spiders, becoming visible online, and becoming more confident, to name a few. I love, 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 love that. So thank you so
before
much.
we wrap up, could you just quickly just summarize as well, like so there's loads of people in this and they're all hitting it from their own angle. I mean, look what Jill's created. It's just like she's created this magical miracle prayer, and like also there's like people running, like, I wouldn't mind if you could talk about Cephi groups for a minute. There's people how they're just literally creating and running Cephi groups where they're broadcasting these frequencies. Could you go over that for a minute?
Yeah, well, we actually have a Cephi group coming up in the month of August. So these Cephi groups that we run are generally on specific topics. So the last one we ran was on weight release. We did the one before that was on detoxing. This one is starting on the 1st of August. It is a Cephi group on inducing peace, calm, and tranquility and releasing anxiety, overwhelm, and stress, because I feel like so many people need that, right? And so what we do is we charge $99. You get added into a group. You get practitioner advice daily. You get frequencies run to you daily. And you also get your inner voice tunes as well. So honestly, though, for those of you who are looking at earning income, not only can you earn it from a compensation plan perspective, but you can actually be doing this as a practitioner and out to your network. Imagine having, let's say, 10 people in a month come on board with you. The workload is really, really small. We run the group. You just add your people in there. There is not that much that you need to do. And even if you had like 10 people, there's $990. So you have, or you could create your own. We have people who don't even do it with us as a collaborative. They run their own in all different aspects. There are just so many different parts of what you have the capability to do with Solex. It's phenomenal.
Thank you. And that's it. And when I came here, like, I was like, I literally bought this tool to share, to bring, because of like be doing the Lovolution, the revolution of love. This just synced up. And then when I found out, I can create unlimited of these. So that's when I just went on the rampage and I was like, unlimited. No, I was like, everybody come get your free tailor-made frequencies, for more peace, love, and harmony. And then from that, I was giving them out for free, and then I opened it up to donations. People have given from like 5, 10, up to 50 pounds sometimes, literally, and that's just me giving it and them just wanting to do that because it's brought so much value. And then hearing Jill's story, I mean, I didn't even know that was a situation with Jill where it was like literally, with your skin and that, and like, this is it. This is so powerful. And like to be able to bring this and put the power back in our own hands. And I'm just so grateful, you know, that obviously Becky's been on it for the last few years. Ali brought me in, and then being able to share it and to be able to bring it, and then all you guys here have brought in through Jill. It's just amazing to have you here. Well done for showing up. Any questions, if there's anything we can do to help, you know, and we got you back regardless, you know, whether you want to get the app or you want to get some frequencies or whatever, it's all good. It's all for the love. We're bringing the love. We are the love, and I'm just so buzzing you all came today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, we'll this you can literally just message Jill or whoever sent you to this video, and we can get rocking. All right. So thank you
Yes,
very
that's
much.
amazing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us.